This is Radio Paul, and I have an update on the border book situation with the cult of Scientology, as well as some amazing pictures that you are going to want to see in regards to how the Scientologists are setting up dummy fronts. We've looked at their shitty buildings, their vacant lots, abandoned buildings that they're trying to push off as missions. They're now using post office boxes. Anyway, I'm going to bring up the first issue, which is that Border Books did respond to me. I will be removing my old post because I don't want to confuse people with it. They do not censor in any way, shape, or form. They are committed to free speech. They were not contacted by Scientology. The book Nancy Meny has is a self-published book, and they normally do not carry any self-published books unless specifically requested at the local store. So should you be in the area, you may want to ask them to order a few copies and put it on their shelves. Here's the second side of this story, which is that I did an investigation. And this investigation was on an organization calling itself Youth for Human Rights International. And this was a video that was posted today by apparently a Scientologist on YouTube. And when I looked at this video, it became clear that this is another dummy front organization for Scientology. And I just love when you guys in Scientology post these silly, ridiculous videos to try to make it look like these are separate entities that have nothing to do with Scientology. And yes, in the text it said, oh, how proud Youth for Human Rights International was to be partnering with Scientology to make another outstanding video. It's like somehow you're washing, their hands. It's like, well, you see, it's not Scientology, that controversial group. It's Scientology is a great organization because it's helping this group called Youth for Human Rights International. Well, I looked it up on the internet, and it's run by a Scientologist. And there it gets better. Mary Shuttleworth, who in 2007 won Scientology's so-called Freedom Award, is the person who heads up this dummy organization. And they have an address on their website that you can send off for information to. And it looks authentic at first until you examine it and until you use my favorite tool, Google Maps with Google Pics. So anyway, their organization lists their addresses: 1954 Hillhurst Avenue, number 416, Los Angeles, California, 90027. What's interesting here is that when you put in that address, Box Brothers comes up, and that is a business that is kind of a private post office. And what they've done is they've gotten a box, and that is this organization's address. So while I'm looking to validate street address numbers, buildings, and information as such, I realized that just 2 buildings away on the other side of the street is a Scientology mission. Oh yes, dummy front, using boxes as a dummy front for a supposed reputable organization. How cheesy is that? Ladies and gentlemen, the cult has gotten so cheap that it's now renting out boxes at Box Brothers for its dummy organizations, trying to pass them off as if they're not directly tied to Scientology, when it's just 2 buildings away and in a fake post office box. But it gets better. We can kind of guess where these people go to eat after their little secret meetings over at the Scientology mission. Lucifer's. I'm sure that they've had many meals in that place. Just a warning to the cult. By all means, please keep posting your videos of dummy organizations trying to make Scientology look good, because I will keep detecting the truth and I will keep exposing you. You are doing wonders for me. I get all sorts of hits and compliments, And you know, the beauty of it is you guys could be out there doing something genuinely useful. You could be a real human rights organization. You could be out changing people's lives for the better, but you are obsessed with setting up dummy organizations to try to make a dying cult look reputable. And it is a total fail. And I'm here to stay. I'm not going away. I'm going to keep making these videos exposing you as the fraud you are.